One at a time. So
Right.
you want the one in front of me?
I'm going to sit here with, I'm taking seats from Lewis and Carl and Lester.
It's a documentary, and it's Jimmy Santiago Baca is the subject of the film, and he tells his own story about his time in the Florence prison here in Arizona, and how at a very young age, in his early 20s, he began writing poetry and created for himself a transformation. He became published outside of prison, and then eventually he's now one of the widest known poets in America. So it's a really great story about transformation for everyone. So,
And it's
I think that as he was going through so much, he's sort of facing so much adversity in prison and in the hardest conditions. You know, he had to find some place to get to move past this adversity. He didn't know how to read or write at all. His inmate friends taught him how to read and write. And I mean, imagine being in prison and not knowing how to read and write, and you don't actually have practical, actual teachers. Like, I grew up with teachers in grade school and all this stuff, but he had to learn how to read and write from his inmate friends and from an old dictionary that was lying around. And so just sort of facing this hard stuff and finding something, a huge step to look up to and find transformation. I think that's a huge reason why it's called that. There's so many communities in New Mexico that are underprivileged, that don't have, they might have access to education, but they might not have the proper funding that many communities in, you know, say the Heights of Albuquerque or other parts of Albuquerque might have access to higher curriculum and higher education, higher facilities, you know, good basketball team coaches, stuff like that, you know, and so they're not always empowered because they don't have the same sorts of things and the same sorts of privilege. And so I think it's great for a lot of Hispanics just to see that, you know, it's possible to do what you want to do. It's possible to do what you love, to follow your passion, and not feel like you're stuck in something that you don't want to be a part of, or that you feel that you want to get out of, like a hard family situation or a drug-abused family or something like that. So, yeah, I mean, I didn't face a lot of actual physical adversity, but I struggled a lot with depression and anxiety in my early 20s when I went to college, and so I actually quit school, and at the same time I quit school, this film sort of fell upon my lap. My dad's friends with Jimmy Santiago Baca, and so I was able to jump on that project, and it was sort of perfect timing for me. Well, I'm really excited about, my next plan is that I'm just really excited about the film industry in New Mexico, and I'm excited about the flamenco scene there. We have a huge flamenco scene. It's one of the centers for flamenco in America, and so we have great ties to Spain, and so I would love to work on some projects with that. And I have a friend that just went down to Brazil to look at both sides of the World Cup and see the injustices there, and I'd love to talk more about that. And so I have a few ideas out there.
Contact you?
Yeah, Andres Salazar. You can find me on Facebook or Twitter. I'm also a photographer, Andres Salazar Photography.
Nice.
So I do a lot of that in New Mexico.
Do you flamenco dance too?
Yeah, I'm a part of the program at UNM, and I do so.
Oh, that's beautiful. Well, welcome to Sedona.
Thank you.
We really hope that you get out and enjoy the beauty that's here naturally, and we hope you love this film festival.
Thank you.
We hope that since this is your first film festival, this is the first of many in your future.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited. I feel like a prince already. They've given me 6 nights for free and lots of food, and there's coffee right across the street, so I'm not going to complain.
Awesome. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
being here.